Hello, BookTube. In addition to doing Last Week in BookTube, of course, I'd like to continue to do Last Week in Books, in which I mention and recommend and show to you books that are out now in bookstores, as opposed to what I usually do, which is go on at great length about books that don't appear until there'll be snow on the ground. I have a handful here. I was mindful at the very last minute. Because I remembered last time I did this last week. I enthused and then only at the last minute remembered that I had not included any fiction, which is the genre that 99% of you read. And I've loved it. I love it, of course. I read lots of fiction, but I don't think I've done a very good job of hiding my priorities on this channel. I think nonfiction answers a lot more reading needs than fiction does. It's just a little more intimidating, that's all. But I firmly believe that once you love it, once you know it enough to love it, you don't really go back. But be that as it may, I made sure to include a novel this time around. It's a great novel by a great novelist, and I want to do it first. I have the electronic copy, and it's this. Here's to Us by the great Elin Hildebrand. Now, she is unabashed beach reading. There are beaches on her covers. she's a wonderful, wonderful woman, a wonderful author, and this is beach reading that you don't have to be ashamed of. It's actually smart and very world-wise and funny. And this book tells the story of the three strong-willed women, very different, each one different from the other. They come to an old ramshackle house on Nantucket, which is a favorite setting of and they come there because the man they each married at different points in his life and theirs has just died, and it was his wish that they all come together with their various family members and their various emotional baggage. And it's a very predictable, unrealistic plot setting. It's a very predictable premise, and then she does her magic, and that's what we want from our novelists. You get a novelist who does a story about World War II or about an upper-class, middle-class family in Connecticut divorcing bitterly. We've seen these stories before. What we want from our author is for them to do it well. And this is just wonderful. I mean, you can go into it dragging your feet and saying, oh my God, this is suntan lotion fiction. This is mom's fiction. I defy you to get more than 20 pages in before you are completely under her spell. She knows what she's doing. If she needs more than 20 pages, she doesn't need more than 20 pages to get you. But that's the novel, and the rest is all nonfiction, I'm afraid. And of the there are 4 titles, and of the 4, 3 are chunkers. So I'm sorry about that. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. But the one that's not a chunker is this one. It's fairly thin. It's Hitler's Compromises. It's by Nathan Stoltzfus, and it is a story that often gets buried in a line or two of Nazi history. And that is the fact that Hitler wasn't just a military strongman. He didn't just ride tanks into Prague. He had to make deals to get where he is. He had to get where he got. He had to make deals. He had to make compromises along the way, even up to the very end. Even after he, became extremely autocratic and I think started to lose his mind, he still made compromises here and there. This mainly concentrates on the first 6 or 7 years of his career, and it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So if you have a World War II buff on your shopping list, or if you are one yourself and you see this on a new release table, it's well worth your time. Or if you see it in the new shelf of your library, it's well worth your time. It's a very interesting study. And the first of our chunkers might as well go straight on with Nazi Germany. And also even Hitler and apostrophe S. It's Hitler's Soldiers, a book we've seen here on this channel before. This is a study of the Wehrmacht, of the Nazi war machine. And it made my eyes go big and buggy when I first saw it, and it turns out it's every bit as good as my instincts said. It's just fantastic. So military history fans, Nazi history fans, World War II history fans, you have to have this. It's the best study of the Wehrmacht I've seen in so long. So I wholeheartedly recommend it, despite the fact that it's a chunker. Next one is a biography. We've also seen it on this channel. It's Louis the 16th by John Hardman. I had high hopes that it would be, sort of comprehensive and maybe definitive, but I had no idea how well written it would be. It's funny and biting and sardonic and insightful of human nature. It's the be all and end all of Louis biographies. No one will ever do a better job than I can imagine. So, you know, if you have a fan of biographies on your list, or if you are one yourself, this might fade into the woodwork with all the other biographies out there, but it shouldn't. It's tremendously good. And the last thing, the biggest one of all, the mother of all chunkers, is something that's been on this channel a couple of times. Reformations by Carlos Eire. This is great. It's enormous and hugely expensive, but it's a study of the Reformation, and this will be the last time I talk about it, but it's just amazingly good. Just a soup to nuts, completely comprehensive history of the world in upheaval, all over ideas, all over books, all over an invisible realm and invisible beings. Just can't praise it high enough. It's a rarefied thing. You'd need a specialist recipient to even think about getting it for them, but if you have such a recipient, I highly recommend it. And there you go. That's the week in books. I made sure to include fiction this time. So I'll see you tomorrow, book 2. Thank you.